Welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Last time, we got through the rest of the Woodfall Temple, so this time, we're tying up a few loose ends around the southern swamp. First of all, there's actually someone behind us. What? Who are you? Link, pleased to meet you. I am the Deku Princess. Were you by chance asked by that monkey to come save me? Aha! Just as I suspected. You see, your body smells a little bit like monkey. So, the monkey made it back fine after all. That's good. I was worried that when I didn't come home, my father would think that monkey had kidnapped me. I was worried that my father would even go so far as to punish the poor monkey. Hoo hoo hoo. Don't tell me. Are you serious? Is father actually doing that? Yet another hasty decision, father. Well, we haven't any time to lose. Quickly, Mr. Link, could you please find something to carry me in so you can take me to the Deku Palace? Unfortunately, all we have is a bottle. You put the Deku Princess in a bottle. It's a tight fit, but she says she'll be fine if you hurry. You see to let her out. Mr. Link, there's no time to lose. Hurry, take me to the palace. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but luckily we can carry the Deku Princess in a tiny bottle. Yeah, I don't understand this, but let's get a move on. Before we make our way back to the palace, I do want to make a quick detour to the southeast part of Woodfall. We did get all of the stray fairies within the temple, so we should return them to the fairy fountain, which is right over here. Luckily the water is cleared up, so we can easily swim over here, climb up, and then make our way over to a Deku flower at the top of this ramp. From here, we actually can't fly straight to the entrance, so we actually have to go to this Deku flower and then make our way over to the side of this wall, where we can go inside of the fairy fountain. Alright, so let's restore another great fairy. Oh, strong young one, I'm the Great Fairy of Power. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I grant you prowess with this new sword technique. You mastered the spin attack. Press and hold B to power your weapon with magic. When you release B, your sword will unleash a whirlwind of energy as you spin around. To store up energy quickly without having to charge your weapon, rotate the control stick once and press B. come see me again whenever you're overcome by weariness. As described, we can either hold B to charge the spin attack to a second level, like so, or we can simply rotate the control stick and press B. I'm pretty sure the quick spin attack doesn't actually use magic, so I definitely would recommend that, not only for not having to charge it up. One thing worth mentioning is, this reward is actually swapped with the next Great Fairy reward in the 3DS version. As polarizing as a lot of the 3DS changes are, this is actually one difference that I actually like. Getting the next upgrade earlier actually makes the next temple a lot easier. So yeah, this is definitely a change I approve of. But now that we have taken care of this, let's move on. So from here, we want to swim to the north part of Woodfall to get back over to the southern swamp. By the way, as a reminder, there are several treasure chests in this area. Some do need Deku flowers to reach, but there is actually one right by the entrance. So since this isn't very far out of the way, I figured we might as well check this one out. You got a red rupee. It's worth 20 rupees. That's pretty nice. Alright, so let's make our way back over to the southern swamp. From here, we can drop down into the water and swim over to the entrance to the palace. The last time we were here, we also got kicked out of the palace, so this should be interesting. I told you not to enter any areas other than the royal chamber. It is a very rare occasion that you're allowed to enter, so do as I say. Follow this hall straight to the royal chamber. Do not enter any other areas whatsoever. Why are you waiting, Mr. Link? Hurry! Open this bottle and release me right where my father is standing. Oh, my princess! My darling princess! You're alright? I was so worried. Foolish father! What are you doing? Let that monkey go this instant! Oh, Mr. Monkey, I'm truly sorry. Father does such rash things when he's worried about me. I understand, Princess. Forget about that. Has the temple been returned to normal? Why yes, thanks to Mr. Link here, I am very, truly grateful. Really? So you're called Link, are you? Thank you for keeping your promise to me. As a symbol of our gratitude, our butler has prepared a little something for you. Please accept it. You'll find it in the shrine that will be to your right when you leave the palace. Hasty decision-making is my weakness. This time, more than ever, it has become clear to me. Oh, strange traveler, there's little I can do. Please rest a bit before going. It seems our butler has taken somewhat of a liking to you, Mr. Link. I believe you'll find him waiting in the shrine that will be to your right when you leave the palace. I shall never forget what you have done for us. But please forgive me if I refuse to ride in that tiny little bottle ever again. Link, I'm sorry for all that trouble. Now it looks like we monkeys and the Deku Scrubs can start getting along again. You know, the swamp may be back to normal, but something still gives me a bad feeling. I wonder what it could be. It might have to do with the moon gradually getting closer to Termina, but with that taken care of, let's move on and check out this reward. Before we go over to the shrine, there's actually something I meant to talk about sooner. If we actually had tried the stealth section at night, we actually would have been able to see the line of sight of the Deku Scrub guards, making this a lot easier. Not that this was overly difficult to begin with. Also, if you do get caught by the guards, you can actually re-enter the palace as many times as it takes. The guards will always let you back in, so there's not really a major penalty for getting caught other than losing time, which in a game like this can actually be a problem because you are in a fairly strict time limit. Alright, so now we have to go this way across the water very carefully to avoid falling into the water. Just because the water is clear doesn't mean we can swim in this form. I actually feel like I might overshoot if I actually do the spin, so I'm actually just going to walk like this. Again, normally I like spinning to get more momentum, but I think it's actually causing problems here. So let's actually be a little bit more careful and make our way to the shrine. As expected, the Deku Butler has been waiting for us. Link, I am truly thankful for what you have done for the princess. As a sign of our gratitude, we Deku have prepared something that we think may assist you. I will lead you to it. Please follow me. Similar to Dampé from Ocarina of Time, we have to follow the Deku Butler through this maze. You can actually complete this in Link's Hylian form, which I actually recommend for a few different reasons. One of which is there's actually an item we'll be getting in the very near future that actually makes this a lot easier. If you're actually having trouble with this, I would actually recommend getting that item. I have completely lost track of the Deku Butler, which is not great because we are on a time limit here. So I definitely need to pick up the pace a little bit, or else I'll get left behind. I think this is the right way to go, but yeah, the doors will start closing if we take too long, so yeah, we definitely need to pick up the pace here, like so. This is definitely not a great run, but we'll be able to make up some time here, hopefully. I also definitely need to equip the bow, because we do need an arrow later on. We only have one arrow, so we have to be a little bit careful. Alright, so let's carefully jump across here. I don't even think we could make those jumps as a Deku Scrub, so I think we would have to actually switch forms there at the very least. From here, I think we have to go this way, I guess. Luckily, the Deku Scrubs also won't attack us anymore since we did help them out. So now we have to carefully get across the water here to these platforms. And make our way over to the next section. Overall, this isn't too difficult even without the item I was talking about, but it is definitely a lot more strict without that item. From here, it looks like the Deku Butler is going this way. It can be a little bit tricky when you get to like a junction where you have to like quickly look around to try to figure out where he went. This room always throws me off because my depth perception is terrible, so I sometimes run into the flames anyway, even though he is showing the path to go. Also, as a reminder, the Deku Scrub is very vulnerable to fire, so I would recommend going through that room in Link's Hylian form just to avoid any mishaps like running into the fire. So yeah, if anything goes wrong, you'll just go back to the beginning of the sequence and have to start over, so it's not the end of the world or anything, but it definitely will waste time that you might not have because of the time limit. Alright, so this way, through here, I guess, let's look around quickly, so to the right, but again, at intersections is like the scariest part because it's easy to lose sight of him, so this is where we need to use our arrow. That might actually be close enough to hit with a bubble, but having to charge it up with the Deku Mask would take time, so I definitely like using arrows for that. It's a little bit faster and more efficient. But yeah, we only had one arrow, so we had to make it count. We should be getting close to the end. Yep, here we are. Well done, Link. Now, here's the item I promised. Please accept it. You got the Mask of Sense. This mask heightens your sense of smell. Wear it with C to sharpen your olfactory perception. Sniff, sniff, that's the smell of power. Actually, when I see you, I'm reminded of my son who left home long ago. Somehow, I feel as if I am once again racing with my son. I'm afraid I may have tried too hard to outrun you. As old as I am, I'm still a fast competitor, just like when I raced my son. Please forgive my rudeness. So, the Mask of Sense, if I'm not mistaken, is used to find mushrooms that can be turned into potions. To tell the truth, I don't think I've ever actually used this mask. But also, I really like this quest regardless, because of learning more about the Deku Butler. At the very beginning of our adventure, we passed by a dead tree that looked a lot like our current Deku form. That is the Deku Butler's son. So I really like this partly because in our Deku form, like with the the Song of Healing, turning troubled souls into masks, yeah, this is basically the Deku Butler's son turned into a mask. So in a way, we kind of gave them a chance to have one final race, which I really like actually. In general, Majora's Mask has a lot of emotional impact. A lot of it is actually pretty subtle too, and just a lot of like heavy themes throughout the adventure, which is part of the reason why it is actually one of my favorite Zelda games, is because of the emotional themes behind a lot of like side quests even, not even like main quest stuff, but yeah, like side quests have a lot of emotional punch as well. But with that out of the way, let's make our way over to the entrance of the Southern Swamp. Before we move on, I actually wanted to mention something here. So, in this version, by rescuing Kome in the Woods of Mystery and purifying the water by defeating Adolwa, you can actually play a mini-game at the Boat Tour. Basically, it's an arrow target practice minigame And the reward for getting a certain amount of points is a piece of heart. In the 3DS version, the reward was actually changed, or it was actually swapped with a bottle from later on in the game. This actually makes sense, but we'll go over why once we get to the bottle in question. But if you're playing the 3DS version, even if you're on a 3-heart run, I would recommend playing this minigame, because later on you will need that bottle for something. But because we are playing the original, we don't have to worry about the minigame for the time being. So let's make our way back over to Termina. We do have to cut through this little side area to get to Termina Field, and there's a lot more enemies at night, so definitely be careful. There's also a place to the east of here, but we'll be going over that later on. So yeah, we're almost back to Termina Field. From here, you might notice that in addition to the 4 cardinal directions, there's also a path to the lower, at the lower left of this area. There's also a red square on the map that indicates a very dangerous enemy, not because it's inherently dangerous, but because that bird up ahead will actually steal your stuff, and if it actually escapes, you have to buy it back. So we definitely want to proceed with caution here as we make our way to the entrance to this side area. Yeah, we definitely don't want to have to buy our stuff back, so let's carefully and quickly make our way through this entrance. Alright, so this is Milk Road, a little side area. Up ahead is a giant boulder, and also we have Tingle here. We do actually want to talk to Tingle for a moment to get another map. We've actually maxed out our rupees, so we definitely should spend some. Also, there's an owl statue. Alright, so now that we have arrows again, let's actually talk to Tingle for a moment. Sir? Hello, Mr. Fairy. Will you buy one of Tingle's maps? Yippee! You got a map of Romani Ranch. Now you can find your way around the farm. The red arrow on the map shows where you entered, and the yellow arrow shows your current location. Well, call again! Tingle tingle, cooler than pa! One thing worth mentioning about Tingle is the maps he sells depends on where you find him. So he'll always sell the map for your current location for about 20 rupees, and will also sell a map to a later location for 40 rupees. So you can actually get all the area maps really early on, but it will cost you more, so I might recommend actually waiting if you're short on rupees. Like, we could have bought the other map, but we won't even be going to the area for a while, so it's not really that helpful. So in the meantime, let's make our way over to this boulder and talk to the worker. Someone was up to some no good mischief and blocked the road to Romani Ranch. Sorry, wait another day. Well, thankfully for us, it's actually not that bad waiting a whole day, because we have the Song of Double Time. I opened the way. Alright, so we can make our way over to Romani Ranch. Alright, so we have this wide open field here, along with the ranch itself. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it, but you can press C up to actually go into a first-person view. I was trying to see, yep, there's the moon. It actually is really cool to me how you can see the moon gradually get closer. It definitely adds a level of tension to this overall adventure. And like the opening shot of the ranch, where you can see the moon really clearly, is actually really imposing. Alright, so first up, we want to make our way over to the ranch itself, where we will actually see someone very interesting. As we get closer, we'll be able to spot Epona. Look! Isn't that your horse? Unfortunately, Epona is behind this fence, and the only way to get her back is to help out around the ranch. So let's ask around to see if we can help. Huh? You? Who are you again? Romani, the ranch girl, was added to your notebook. Next up, we want to head inside the ranch. Oh, I'm sorry. Right now I'm thinking a little. My little sister. My sister, she... What shall we do? Our precious cows. If I thought it would come to this, then what Romani said, I should have. Kremia, the ranch owner, was added to your notebook. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to help Romani and Kremia unless we can get to the ranch at an earlier point within the 3-day cycle, because of the boulder that makes it incredibly difficult at the moment. So yeah, we'll have to wait. We'll have to find a way to get past the boulder earlier on. There's still a few more things I want to take care of before resetting time and going back to the first day, and we'll be going over those activities next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.